Sorry for the snafu, folks. We'll get caught up here in a moment, hopefully. Oh, okay, Michael. Hopefully you can hear me now. Okay, don't anybody click on Michael. Oh, there he went again.
Hey everyone, thanks for everyone's opinions. I know we're having issues here. I think just while we're waiting on Michael, we can get started talking a little bit. So I'm Rob. I'm the general manager here at PalTalk. We recently purchased PalTalk. So Michael is the new CEO. So we're wanted to get everybody together here and just have a town hall. Ask Michael anything, get him to introduce himself and everything. I think while we're waiting on this, I think we can talk a little bit about product direction, what we're thinking about. Pete, you want to talk a little bit about, from a product perspective, where we're heading, what we're thinking?
I can definitely talk a little bit about that. Oh, I think we've got Michael. I think we hear you. Michael, you there?
Can you hear me, Pete?
I can hear you. Okay.
Perfect. All right. Look at that. You hear me okay?
You sound good.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to welcome everybody. Apologies for a little bit of technical snafus. There is a learning curve for a user, and then there's a learning curve for an admin. I've been part of the PalTalk community for a long time. In fact, over 20 years. So if you go back in time, I was the chief marketing officer and president of PalTalk. And I was a part of PalTalk for many years, enjoyed the community, enjoyed working there. And I came over from AOL, where I worked with AOL Instant Messenger. So messaging and chat are not new things to me. I left and went on and ran a couple of other companies, and then frankly had success with a company called Tempest, and we did quite well. And got talking with Jason Katz, the founder and former CEO of PalTalk, and said, I love this community, I love what it is. Frankly, I think it needs some investment so that we can market it, so we can grow things, and we can make PalTalk bigger and better than ever. And I was pretty excited, and one of the things that came out of that was Jason and I talking, and Tempest having the opportunity to buy PalTalk. So PalTalk went from being a public company to a private company. And as you heard from Rob a moment ago, Rob is the general manager. So Tempest has a few lines of business, and PalTalk is one of those. So Rob runs Tempest day to day, and I'm the CEO of the overall group. And so I want to welcome everybody. I want to assure everybody that not only do we have big plans for Tempest or for PalTalk, not only to make it better, but we're going to invest in it. And you're going to see that investment come in many things. So I interrupted there where we were just going to talk a bit about product roadmap. So if you want to, feel free to jump in, talk a little product, and then we should open it up, because this really is the Ask Me Anything on where we can go, what we can do, and what can PalTalk become.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I can quickly jump up and explain where we're going on the product side. Our focus this year is actually growing a user base. We feel that we need to grow this community. Obviously, you guys are the content, are the community. And one of the major drives we have right now is to improve retention, which is the new user flow. Currently, it is not that obvious once you install the app how to find rooms that are interested in and what's going on in a chat room. So that's one of the directions we're heading in. We're also looking at something which I think everybody, especially the room owners and admins, will enjoy. Later on this year, we will be working on a kind of global events calendar way for room owners and admins to create events, which will show in a global listing on PalTalk, where users will be able to mark that they want to attend. You can give a bit of explanation about what the event's about. If the users mark they want to attend that event in your room, they'll get push notifications and reminders to join it. So rather than just hopping around rooms and trying to find something interesting, we know that in all of the chat rooms on PalTalk, there's actually really interesting events going on. There's DJs, there's political debates, there's karaoke nights, there's singers hosting different events in rooms, there's trivia nights. There's just a bunch of content happening in rooms that users would find engaging, but there's actually no way to find that right now without hopping in and out of every single room to see what's going on. So one of the biggest kind of user experience, along with improving the new user experience, will be events allowing room admins and owners to create events that users can subscribe to, and then you'll get a nice global list where you can go, okay, what's going on now? And it'll be a list of events coming up, and you can choose any that you find interesting and join. That's near term. It's still, you know, as Michael said, we were just acquired by Tempest. We are reworking the roadmap going forward. And one thing that all of you guys will notice soon is we'll start having town halls, much smaller ones. This one's to introduce Michael as the CEO. We will start having much smaller ones with the product team, with room owners, admins, and just about everybody in smaller groups to get your feedback on a bunch of different things. I already see things like dark mode and slow mode, and I'm sure somebody's going to ask for colored fonts. But I would like to, the product team would like to get with smaller groups of focus groups of users to understand exactly what you need as room owners, users, and admins. I don't know, Dan, if we want to take some questions or what we want to do next, but that's just kind of super high level of where we're going right now.
Thanks. And, you know, I am reading some comments here. I'm reading back some things about bring back sticker packs and lifetime flares. These are great things for us to discuss on a product basis. And so as you just heard about, we are going to have a lot more discussions around products. We are going to be talking to room owners. We're going to be working on really understanding the community better. Today, there's a bunch of technology that has been at work for those 20 plus years that I've been working on this. And so we are really taking that to heart. We are staffing up more on the engineering front, and we're making some changes. Many of these are on the back end that you're not going to see, too much front and center, probably for a number of months. But they're really important. So things like our ability to change pricing, to offer sticker packs at different pricing, to vary prices by country. These are all things that are very interesting and give us flexibility to have differing offerings, different prices, differing times, which will be really helpful to the community overall. You know, PalTalk is a business that frankly doesn't make a lot of money, roughly break even. And so this is not something we look at it and say, oh, PalTalk's printing lots of money. So for us to go ahead and start increasing the amount that we spend, we are making a bet that we really believe we can make this bigger and better. And so you heard us now about how we want to increase our users. When new users come into PalTalk today, myself included, after being lots of years without it, that it's difficult to figure out your way around here. Once you've been here a while, then it makes a lot of sense. And there's a real challenge of finding that balance of people who've been for years to continue to enjoy and understand how things work. And whenever you change it for new people, the old people get alienated. The other side of that is we've got to make it easy for new people so that we can have a bigger and more vibrant community so that we can bring everyone together and make it grow. And I think there are some great categories today of meeting new friends, of DJing, of learning English language, of different religious groups and ceremonies. So I think those are some featured areas that are wonderful. And we have this absolutely fantastic community. I thank you for being a part of it. And now we have to figure out how to make it more viral, more bringing people together, and finding a diverse set of rooms that can attract bigger and more vibrant community. So with that, I'm going to pause and turn it over to our team to start in with some questions.
I'll jump up. Dan, if you could undot people as unrestrict people as I call them up. Those of you with your hands up to ask a question, ideally, I mean, it is ask me anything, but ideally, well,